credible and orderly conduct of the poll. Our correspondent Joy Oyemalu has more.
The Osun State Command of the Nigerian Police Force has commenced a 2-day training workshop for its personnel ahead of Saturday's governorship election, aimed at ensuring a peaceful and orderly conduct of the poll. The training is designed to equip officers with the necessary knowledge and skills to effectively manage election-related security challenges, maintain law and order before, during, and after the election. The exercise themed Securing Democracy, Empowering Police Personnel for Credible Elections in Osun State. The workshop focuses on professionalism, electoral security, and strategies for preventing violence.
So the police authorities asked us to train them today, tomorrow. Let them know what they should do. Let them know how to adopt strategy, including alternative dispute resolution strategies to ensure that the election today is free, fair and credible. Election coming on Saturday is free, fair and credible. And police officers have been taught to be impartial, to be neutral, maintain professional coolness in the discharge of their duties. And we believe that when that is done, the tension already in the state will be doused. People will be able to know and see that they had a credible election.
Police authorities say the initiative is part of efforts to ensure a free, fair and credible electoral process in Osun State.
You know, every election presents its own challenges. Like Osun State is not an exception. So we expect some of the challenges that will come with this election. And it's as a result of that the Inspector General of Police, IGP Olatunji Disu, through his CP election planning and monitor and evaluation, approved this training to prepare the men and women officers who will be deployed for this election, to ensure that everyone that is deployed acts according to rule, ensure that voters are protected, the umpires, that is the INEC, is protected, the voting material is protected, that everybody coming for this election will do that at environment that is devoid of rancor, that will ensure that at the end of the day, the outcome of the election is acceptable to everyone.
There are a lot of things they should do and they shouldn't do, but everything boils down to professionalism and integrity. So we've advised them on professionalism and their conduct during this election, because we are now in the social media era. Whatever they do will be seen around the world, and they will be held accountable.
The command also embarked on a show of force exercise, demonstrating its readiness to respond effectively to any security challenges that may arise before, during, and after the election. Joy Oyemalu, reporting for Dominion News.
The Federal Ministry of Finance has directed the National Insurance Commission to suspend disputed recapitalization fees and capital transfer requirement imposed on Nikon Insurance and Nigeria Reinsurance Corporation. The directive followed petitions from the two companies which challenged a 1% capital injection fee, additional processing charges, and a requirement to transfer their full recapitalization funds into a Central Bank of Nigeria escrow account. The ministry has asked NICOM to explain the legal basis for the disputed demands while petitions are being considered. The Oyo State Rule of Law Enforcement Authority, OILA, has impounded 18 cows found roaming along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway around the Abiola Ajimobi Technical University axis following repeated complaints from residents and mortuaries over the danger posed by cattle on the busy highway. According to a statement released by the chairperson, Oyo State Rule of Law Enforcement Authority, OILA, retired Honorable Justice Aderonke A. Aderemi, the enforcement team initially inspected the area after receiving complaints but found that the herders had moved the cattle after being alerted. The team later returned without prior notice, catching the herders off guard and successfully impounding the 18 cows. The OILA chairperson warned that the authority would not tolerate activities that endanger lives or obstruct major highways, stressing that the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is a critical economic corridor and must not be turned into grazing fields. She urged residents to continue reporting activities that threaten public safety or obstruct roads, assuring that credible complaints would receive prompt attention. The foreign scene, voting is underway in Zambia's general elections, with President Hakainde Hichilema seeking a second term in office. Presidential, parliamentary and local government elections are being held simultaneously, with 14 candidates contesting the presidency. A candidate needs more than 50% of the vote to win outright, otherwise a runoff would be held. Hichilema's main challenger is 55-year-old former Minister Brian Mandubile, backed by an alliance of opposition parties. Right accuses the government of restricting opposition campaigning and says the country remains deeply divided ahead of the vote. Polls close at 6 p.m. local time, with the Electoral Commission expected to announce the result on Monday. 3 people, including an 8-year-old child, have been killed and 24 others injured after a massive Ukrainian drone and missile attack on Russia's Black Sea port of Novorossiysk. The overnight strikes damaged 2 major grain export terminals and the Russian naval base, prompting authorities to declare an emergency in the city. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said the attack involved rockets, jets-powered and naval drones and what it described as a unique operation. Ukraine's military claimed 4 Russian warships, including 2 frigates, were hit, although Russia has not commented on the claim. The attack comes amid an escalation of strikes around the Black Sea, while Russia has continued its attacks on Ukraine. Iran and the United States remain deadlocked over efforts to reach a permanent end to the war in the Gulf, with a senior Iranian official saying there has been no progress on reviving a ceasefire agreement reached in June. The disagreement comes amid renewed attacks on shipping in the region and escalating rhetoric between Washington and Tehran. A major point of contention is the Strait of Hormuz, with the U.S. accusing Iran of failing to reopen the vital shipping route. Tehran, however, said Washington must first lift its blockade on Iranian ports and release frozen Iranian assets. President Donald Trump has claimed the U.S. has total control of the strait, while Iran insists it will remain closed until its conditions are met. Talking sports, Chelsea have set 5 p.m. Friday as the deadline for clubs interested in Enzo Fernandez to submit offers of at least £120 million for the Argentina midfielder. Fernandez's future at Stamford Bridge has been uncertain since match with Manchester City, currently the only known potential suitor after Real Madrid ruled out to move City, are yet to indicate whether they are willing to meet Chelsea's valuation, with the club also pursuing midfielder Ayew Buadi. Chelsea are prepared to keep Fernandez if no suitable offer arrives, with new manager Xabi Alonso regarding him as an important member of the squad. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast and X at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television Ibadan. I'm Oluwayemi Adelako saying thank you for watching and good afternoon.